good afternoon, and good evening. It depends on your time, my amazing Biafran people, lovers of freedom. The Oduduwas and the Middle Beltans, I welcome you back to Umu Biafra TV, where we bring you the latest news concerning Biafra movement to Oduduwa actualization. As I welcome you, please do me a favor and welcome those around you. As I'm also asking you, please, if you're watching without smacking the red button, I beg now, make you do your sister a favor. Go ahead, smack the red button. Click the notification bell so whenever we upload, you people to get notified. All right. So we're going to present you a video, please. We're going to watch it with open mind. Remember, Biafra is our religion. In Biafra is where we stand. That is what it means, that either Biafra or nothing. And as I am asking you, please, in whatever you are doing, do not forget to be praying for the actualization and also for NNAMDI KANU, ESN, IBOB worldwide, the entire Oduduwas and Nigerian freedom fighters all over the world, because we're here to set the black race free. Okay? Come on in and let us watch with one mind.
The sad incident of a 14-year-old Premier Academy boarding student, Keren Akpaga, which led to her untimely death, started on the 19th of June 2021. Keren reportedly died on the 21st of June 2021 from an infection after a condom was discovered in her private part. Vivian Akpaga, the mother of the deceased, speaking for the first time after the death of her child, gave details on what transpired before her death.
All this story started on the 18th of June, on a Friday, when my daughter sent a message and later called that we should come and pick her for medical attention, that she has an eye infection. But the teacher, she used her phone, said she will be in trouble if I come on Friday. So the next day being a call day, Saturday, I can call and come and pick her. So the next day I called the matron in their clinic and told her my daughter had called complaining of an eye infection. So I would like to come and pick her. And she said yes. My daughter had come to her on Thursday and said from her words, she said my daughter told her that, "Matron, this my eye has started again." But she said if I would, she was using an allergy drop for her, which wasn't working. So I said yes, it can be an allergy, so I would love to come and pick her. But she said if I bring her home, on her return, she'll be kept in isolation for 7 days without going to school or mixing up with her classmates or schoolmates. So I didn't want that for her. So she said there was an alternative of me paying and then the school bringing her to the clinic for treatment and taking her back. That was the very first time I heard of that, because I've been taking her out even for medical checkups. So I agreed to that, and they brought her to me at NISA Premier. They attended to her. They brought her in company of a nurse, a teacher, and there was another kid in the car. So when she asked why I didn't come to pick her and I explained to her, she said that the kid in the car was given an exit to go and attend her mom's birthday. And that she has never stayed in isolation after going back to school. So I said, I was surprised when we had finished her medication and it was time for her to go back with them. She asked me, "Mommy, are you still leaving me to go back with these people?" So I told her that she shouldn't worry. She should go and get her things together. I will secure an exit from the principal and then come and pick her. So when she left, I called the principal, and the principal asked if she was still there with me. I said no, she had to go and pick her things. And then I secured the exit for her. He said, "When you get to the school, call me, madam." When I got to the school, I called the principal and he won't pick. So I called the matron, and the matron said, since they've established that it's a bacterial infection, they will take care of her. I shouldn't bother. I should go back home. I called the principal, and the principal said, the matron said they can take care of her, and if I take her, she will stay in isolation for 5 days. So I actually turned and was going back when she called, my daughter called through the school phone. And she started crying that, Mommy, I said, you should come and pick me. I said I came, but the school wouldn't let me. So when she was crying, I got angry. But she asked to speak with my brother who was with me. After they had ended the call, I asked my brother what she said. And she said, you people don't even know why I'm asking you to come and pick me, and you're going back without me. And the house mother told my brother that she couldn't even walk to school on Wednesday, 16th. That's the Wednesday before the Saturday. That she had to be supported by her friends to go and write a test, which she wrote crying, and advised that we disregard whatever the matron is telling us and come and get her. So at that point, I asked my brother we should go back and pick her. I tried reaching the matron and the principal severally, but they wouldn't pick. So I sent a text message asking that she be released to me. At the time I got to the school, I went to the security post and asked to talk to the principal. So the security man called the principal. When he asked him who was there, and he said I was the one. I don't know what they discussed, but he shifted away from me. When he came back after their discussion, I asked him what he said. He just said, I don't understand what he was saying. So I was there for a long time, from 1:30 to for a long time. I kept on calling. And none of them would pick. So, but later the matron now called and said, Madam, I'm just seeing your message. You still want to take your daughter? I said, yes, I do. So she said, okay, I'll talk to the principal to arrange an exit for her. After about 30 minutes, I called the principal twice. He wouldn't pick, so I used my second line. I called him. When he picked, he said, Madam, you don't want me to rest today? I said, I'm sorry, I just want to take my daughter. He said, I'll soon release her to you. It took another 30 minutes. Then the security man came to me and gave me the phone. He said, she's coming out now. When she came out, my daughter had her hand over her face. And then she went and stood by the wall. When I wanted to take her, the security insisted I must provide my ID card for them to snap before I can take her. And that was the very first time they were asking for that, because I had 2 other children there and I've been picking them. So I gave them the ID card, they snapped, and I took my daughter home. Immediately we got home, she wouldn't eat. She just went and switched off all the lights and laid there. So I thought she was just angry that I wouldn't come and pick her when she asked. I asked her, they said you couldn't walk to school. What happened? She said my eye was the problem. Then I said, so who helped you to school? She said her house mother and 2 of her friends. So the next day, which was Sunday, she was home with us, but in the evening, I noticed that she wasn't looking too well. I told her we'll go to the hospital tomorrow. But by 11 p.m., she came to me that she vomited. She now laid in my room with me. The next day, early in the morning, I noticed she asked for water, and her movements, I noticed she wasn't coordinating as that. So I rushed her to the clinic. When we got there, in the process of giving her drip, they said because she was too weak, they had to insert a catheter in her. In the process, they saw a discharge. They tested that and found out it was condom. And then When they tested the urine, they said it contained dead spermatozoa. And then throughout her stay, even though she was in a semi-conscious state, she was fighting and shouting, "Please, just let me go and be."
Why did you come out
here? She died early hours of Tuesday. She just left.
Prior to the death of Keren Hapok, it was alleged that she had a discussion with her classmates on what she feared most. She was quoted to have said what she feared most was rape. She also went ahead to mark a passage in the Bible which suggests the fear was not unfounded. Her mother said while she was going through her daughter's belongings after her death, she found Keren's Bible and discovered that she marked Job 3:18, which according to her signified that she might have been raped.
And one of the markings was Job 3 from verse 18, verse 25 of it says, "For the thing I greatly feared has come upon me, and what I dreaded has happened to me. I am not at ease, nor am I quiet. I have no rest, for trouble comes."
Also, the leader of the Coalition of Gender-Based Violence Responders, Lemi Ugegbe, who is currently handling the case, said the police have been biased in investigating the case, adding that the autopsy result of late Keren was seized by the Nigerian Police Command in Abuja.
But when civil society says we want to talk about Keren, the FCT Police Command decides to clamp down on us, wanting to stop the rally where we wanted to talk about justice for Keren, coming after me, going to harass my family and threaten our existence because they do not want to. Is the FCT Police Command the public relations officer of Premier Academy? A mother lost her daughter. The mother paid all the medical bills before the daughter died. Medical report comes out and police holds onto the medical report tenaciously, not a copy given to a mother. A mother does not have an official explanation for the death of her child. She has to get the explanation from the back door because the police, according to them, do not want her to, to give the press, the media, the medical report.
In the course of investigation, Roots TV obtained an audio recording allegedly made by an alumnus of Premier Academy. The ex-student who pleaded anonymity made claims suggesting that Keren Akpaga's case might not be an isolated incident, as several others might have been addressed in-house in the past.
Hi, good morning. So I would rather express myself through a voice note. First of all, I'm so sorry about the death of this poor little girl. She didn't have to die. I feel like I kind of feel guilty. I don't even know why. For some reason, I haven't been able to concentrate since I read about this because honestly, like I said, I'm an ex-student, and since I was in Premier, honestly, there was a problem of pedophiles. Like, I can say that as of now, as of today, I'm very sure that they still have, 3 known pedophiles in the school. I think one of them is even like head of house school, house within it. I can't remember, but one of them is like he was promoted. So I'm so sorry for this girl's death. It's really sad she had to die. But please, if there's anything I could do to help, if there's anything, if you need someone to anything I can do to help, please just let me know, because I feel for some reason very guilty for not reporting all those staff that way. It wasn't even it was staff and like drivers and cleaners. Like, it was a whole bunch of pedophiles in the school that were taking care of kids. And the vice principal knew about it. The ED, that short woman, she knew about, they all knew about it, but everybody just kept it hush hush. I know of only one teacher that was while I was there, that is. Not actually two, Mr. Alade and this Hausa teacher, they were both like sacked. Mr. Alade was sacked because he tried to, one girl from my set, he wanted her to come to his office for, obviously you know what, right? And she reported, and the other staff literally chastised this girl and said that she was seducing this grown-ass man. Anyway, at the end of the day, he ended up getting sacked. Also, the Hausa teacher that was teaching us Hausa when I was like in junior secondary school, he was known to be like telling girls, oh, your boobs is like Nicki Minaj, oh, your hips is like he literally would sexualize children for his own pleasure. He was also sacked, right? So I would say that Premier Academy is guilty of carelessness and negligence to their students when it comes to having pedophiles around, period. As an ex-student, I can testify that Premier has a very terrible habit of...
Thank you for watching. If the video interests you, please share.